Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking once again at false friends. This is the second video on the topic. If you haven't seen the first one, you can check that out up here. But for a quick reminder, false friends are words which appear similar in two different languages, but in fact have different meanings. Now for this video, we'll be focusing on words in French and English, which have this relationship. The reason being, we're at the Balkan School. We're a language school based in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, so I'm personally familiar with English and French. I'm sure you have this relationship between lots of different languages. Any examples are always welcome in the comment section below. But to let you know what to expect, so you can see now, give yourself a test. Do you know what these words mean in English? Particularly if you're a French native speaker, do you know that these words are not the same as they are in French? So today, the 5 words that we're going to look at are deception, location, to pass a test, a delay, and the verb to resume. So the format for this video will be the same as the last one. I'll give you an example sentence of how this word is often incorrectly used, and I'll give you the correct word and show you how the incorrect word should be correctly used in another sentence. So let's get into it. The first one, deception. So a common incorrect sentence I would hear from a French native speaker speaking English could be, the audit result was a deception. Now, this doesn't make any sense in English. So the word deception in English, in French, is tromperie. So excuse my pronunciation, my English accent. This isn't the easiest word for me to pronounce. French native speakers, feel free to mock me in the comment section below. And the word déception in French, in English, it's disappointment. So as you can see, the meaning of these two words is completely different, and it really doesn't make sense if you mix them up. So our example sentence should say, the audit result was a disappointment. And in English, we might use the word deception in an example like this. He was sent to prison for financial deception. See, it's a crime in this context. It's something quite serious, completely different from disappointment. Okay, number 2 on the list, the word location. So the incorrect example that we often see, we had a location car on holiday. So the word location in English means un endroit in French. And in French, the word location, in English, it's a rental. Okay, maybe you know the verb to rent. Okay, and then the noun, it's a rental, al at the end. So our example sentence should say, we had a rental car on holiday. And an example of where we would use the word location in English, you could say the hotel was in a beautiful location. See, its position, the area where it is. So again, another one to be careful with. This one's really, really common. So yeah, keep an eye out for this one. Number 3 for today is to pass an exam. So it's the word to pass, has multiple meanings in French and in English, but here we're focused particularly when we're talking about an exam or a test. So the common incorrect sentence, which I hear all the time, would be, I will pass my driving test next week. Now, to pass a test or an exam in English, in French you would say réussir un examen. So it means to succeed when you say pass in English. So if you say in the future, next week I will pass my exam, it means you're very confident. Okay, you're certain that you're going to succeed, that you're going to pass. So normally we're not so confident when it comes to exams. And in French, passer un examen, in English we just say to take an exam. So our original example sentence should say, I will take my driving test next week. And we could use to pass an exam in English in an example like this. I passed my driving test last week, in the past. We can say it in the past because it's something which has already happened. Be careful, I hear this mistake all the time. Number 4 now, the word a delay. So once again, the incorrect example that we often hear is we must meet the delay for this project. Now, in English, the word delay, in French, you would say un retard, okay, something which is late. It's like when you're waiting for a flight at the airport and you see on the board the plane is delayed. There is a delay, it's late, it's not on time. So in our example sentence is very confusing, and the word in French, un délai, in English, we would say a deadline. So our original example sentence should say, we must meet the deadline for this project. And conversely, to use the word delay correctly in English, we could say, there will be a 2-month delay on this project. Okay, it's bad news, normally if there's a delay. So once again, be careful mixing up these words, very similar, the pronunciation, the way they're written, but very different meanings. Finally on the list for today, number 5, it's the verb to resume. So I'm speaking about the verb here. In English, you might see the word resume too. We'll use accents. It's a bit confusing. This is a word we use to say CV, particularly in the US. They use this word instead of saying CV. They use the word resume. But today I'm speaking about the verb to resume. So an incorrect example sentence where we often see this word would be, I will send an email to resume our discussion. Now, in English, the verb to resume means in French, reprendre, recommencer, okay, to restart. It's similar in English, to resume. And in French, résumer, the verb means in English to summarize. And the noun would then be a summary. Our incorrect example should say, I will send an email to summarize our discussion. And to correctly use the word resume in English, we could say, production stopped for routine maintenance, but we will resume next Monday. So it's often in the context where something is stopped or paused, and then we start again afterwards. So yes, be careful with these words. False friends, it's a very long subject between English and French. You have lots of words which are good friends too, which are the same in the two languages, but at the same time you have these false friends, and they're probably the most common mistakes that I find because the words are so similar. It's understandable. So you really need to get your head around these and avoid miscommunication and misunderstanding at all levels. I find these mistakes even with advanced speakers, it can happen too. So if you're making these mistakes, you're not alone. So thanks again for tuning in. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. If you're interested in language lessons, all our details are in the contact section below. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you found the content of this video useful. Any feedback is always welcome. Thanks for your time, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.